It sounded easy. A simple knock on the door from a stranger would lead to a roof repair.
Instead, customers paid thousands, waited months, and got nothing. Leave it to Ashley Reynolds to track down the man responsible. She's getting answers tonight in this On Your Side investigation.
I have a roof that needs to be replaced. It's almost 20 years old.
That's John Cummins, and this is his neighbor, Rhonda Miller.
I was very upset, probably for like a week straight.
Back in January, they listened to a door-to-door sales pitch.
Sat with them, and we both contacted the insurance company together, and they went through everything, so it seemed pretty legitimate.
They each paid $4,000. They were told crews would get to work in 4 to 6 weeks.
Phone number wasn't working. You know, they've reached out to me a few times by email, but it's always something, you know, we'll come out later. It's always a later date.
Look, their contracts are different. Rhonda hired Overland Roof Exchange. John hired Midwest Roofing Commercial and Residential. But they had a feeling they hired the same company. They tried to arrange a meeting with company reps at the same time.
Conveniently, both companies had employees sick.
Their instincts are right. According to state documents, both companies have the same address.
This part under here needs to be replaced.
4 miles north of them in Springfield, Chris Tarnovieski's 82-year-old father, Octavian, hired Midwest Roofing Commercial and Residential. He gave them $9,000.
On good days, I think maybe they're just business people who got in over their heads. On days that are not so good, it really hurts. And makes me pretty angry.
These customers filed complaints with the Missouri Attorney General. I went to the business address listed for both companies.
Just exposed wires.
The building is leased. On Your Side, obtain photos of the lease. It says the tenant is Midwest Roofing, Glenn Jessen, Director of Operations. You will not find Jessen's name on these customer contracts or LLC documents, but I found these court documents with his name on them. 10 years ago, the Colorado Attorney General sued Jessen and his roofing company then, called CSI. Court records say he used deceptive and illegal means to lock customers into doing business. Nearly 500 customers paid an average of $3,500 and got no roof repairs. Jessen has a $6.5 million judgment against him. He's banned from working for any construction business that solicits door-to-door in Colorado. But the Missouri LLC paperwork shows Midwest is organized under laws in Colorado. After I addressed Jessen by name in an email, he agreed to talk to me.
Is the $6 million paid?
No.
Are you still making payments? Is the company still making payments?
No. They've never tried to collect for me. I started paying some of it, but it was just, it's a ridiculous amount. I can't pay that. So.
Well, a lot of people hearing you say that would say, then you ran from the state.
I didn't run from the state. I lived in the state for quite a while. I mean, it was an unfortunate situation that I was caught up in.
We also found this, judgments against him under 2 other company names. Supply businesses won a total of more than $150,000.
I've tried to start over. I've tried to have my own companies.
Jessen says he has about 20 home projects pending in the Springfield area.
I'm a part of Midwest Roofing, Commercial and Residential, and Overland Roof Exchange.
He's working out of this building in Ozark. He blames material shortages, severe weather, and short staff. He says he is not taking on new customers and should be caught up in a few months.
I could have packed up months ago and just left and said, forget it. But these people need to be taken care of. And you can make this sound or look however you want. Obviously, you have that ability. But I'm looking you in the eye and telling you, you know, I'm not trying to run from things. I'm not trying to screw people over.
These customers say they asked for refunds. Chris showed us this email he got on July 12th. It's from an investigator with the Missouri Attorney General's office, telling Midwest to give his father a refund in 2 weeks.
I'm not aware of any investigator with the Attorney General's office.
Okay. I have a copy of an email with an investigator telling your company you have 2 weeks to give a refund.
Okay, I'm not privy to that email. I don't know. If it came down, I'm sure they're getting a refund. So.
When?
Again, I'm not privy to the situation. I don't know. Usually it takes about 10 days.
Still no refund for Chris's father.
We really sincerely want to make sure our customers are taken care of. I don't need the stuff that's haunted me and has caused me so much problems the last 10 years. Every time I've tried to reopen, it shuts me down for one reason or another.
I showed clips of the interview with neighbors John and Rhonda.
They're just excuses.
That's why I came here.
Sounds like the same thing.
Yep.
Rhonda has moved on and hired a different company. Both just want their money back.
Well, I just think it's ironic because obviously other people shelled out their personal money.
We want to be clear. There are a few companies in the Ozarks called Midwest. This report is about Midwest Roofing, commercial and residential. We'll continue to follow this story. For On Your Side, I'm Ashley Reynolds. Thank you, Ashley. Here's what you can do to avoid ending up in a similar situation. Be wary of door-to-door offers. Always research a company and make sure they're local. Look for marked cars and logos. Ask for proof of their business license and insurance. Finally, compare 3 bids before you sign any dotted line.